And now it's time for Mega Man Adventures! Alright, with Fireman and Iceman out of the way, I'm one step closer to a secured victory over Dr. Wily and his evil plans. But now isn't the time to get comfortable. Another enemy is approaching. Prepare yourself, Mega Man, for now you must face Black Man. Whoa, what? I'm sorry, Black Man? Yeah, that's right. What? I'm sorry. I was just a little thrown off by your name. Okay, just to clear any confusion, what are your powers exactly? I have incredible speed and agility, allowing me to run fast and jump high. Wow, okay, for a second there, I thought you were going to tell me that also hurl energy-infused spears at you in an arcing motion. Okay, there it is. See, I had a feeling you were going there. What? Are you mocking me? No. I mean, you don't find it the least bit uncanny that you were designed to run fast, jump high, shoot balls, and your name happens to be Black Man? The f*** you trying to say? Oh, nothing at all. Continue. You can make fun of my design all you want, Mega Man, but once you fight Black Man, you'll never go back, man. Okay, wow. Look, there seems to be some slight design flaws here that they failed to mention. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not touching this one. Do you have any idea of the repercussions there would be in the year 20XX for a man dressed in all blue shooting another robot by the name of Black Man? Say what? Oh, I see how it's gonna be. Take this! What the? Hey, where did my energy tank go? Ha ha! Using my supersonic speed, I took your energy tank, giving me the edge in combat. Wow, you've got to be kidding me. You steal too? That's it. I'm out. Hey, come back here. I'm not through with you. Man, what a little bitch. This has been Mega Man Adventures. He's racist.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Loot Bros Podcast, Episode 8. I'm one of your hosts, Frosty. Alongside me, as always, Resident Daryl.
Loot.
T-Bird.
Loot.
And we have a very special guest with us here today, our boy, Donny, or Yuntwis.
Loot.
What's up?
There you go.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
How you doing, folks?
The proven
Yeah,
rejects have finally united.
Yes. And I was so blasted away when I came up with that title. I was like, that has got to be the most fitting title for any show in history.
We didn't even scrape bottom of the barrel, man. We lifted the barrel. Scraped underneath.
Hey, quick disclaimer on the show. If you hear a lot of static in the background, we're going to do our best to get rid of it or cover it as much as possible. But it is 150 degrees in the south, and we got fans and AC and everything blowing in here. It is hot as balls.
A lot of hot air going around the south.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All that hate. It's just so hot from all the hate. God, dog. Ooh. All right, Donnie. Well, I know you've listened to the show. I know you've been a friend of the show for a long time. So what we're going to do is we're going to break things off and celebrate. We try to find something on the Loot Bros podcast to celebrate every week. So this week we're celebrating Donnie and the Proven Rejects finally getting together for the first time.
Awesome.
And Frosty, you had a birthday yesterday, right?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
29 again?
Birthday trying to overshadow me, man?
Yep. He had to go. He couldn't give you your moment.
Exactly.
He had to go and have a birthday.
The man always trying to keep a brother down.
I was born white. Sorry.
You couldn't put your privilege down for 1 week.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. Oh.
So, yeah, 29 years old.
29?
Yep.
Getting old. All right, so what you guys can't see because we're not doing a video show yet is for Frosty's 29th birthday, I got him a nice chocolate on chocolate, like fudge to the max cake, and an ice cold ultra white gridlock. So you have the best of both worlds. You have the whitest drink and the blackest cake. There is no division here. This is unity at its finest.
Oh man, I have this delicious
God, it smells so
diabetes
good.
to wash down.
So I can't have that stuff. I am 18 days into my Whole Foods diet.
This is the second time you've done this today. You sat and watched us eat a Tokyo Grill.
I did.
And now you're
I
eating,
did.
seeing it,
You know
sitting
what?
it,
I'm
watching us eat
training.
You
cake.
went to Tokyo Grill? I didn't eat.
Yeah, I actually bought someone else's lunch. It was one of our coworkers' last day. So
Anybody on there?
Delvin.
He
Again?
told
Again,
us some
yeah.
weird sex stories again.
All right.
So I'm gonna toast. Happy birthday, bro. Glad to have you, Donnie.
Oh,
We're gonna
glad to
pop
be
a
here.
top.
let's see what all the posts about.
Oh, got the fizz.
I'm about to pop the top of my my fountain drink.
Knew it.
Schlitz malt liquor.
Usually that'll be a Coke. 45.
You got a Thunderbird?
There you go.
Coke 45. That's my Billy D.
Yeah.
Williams voice.
There you go.
But I gotta say
Nice.
this, with that cake being there, I don't feel like the token anymore.
You're not alone.
No.
You guys cut out on me?
Now, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you now. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Skype has been quite a pain in the butt lately. So we were recording 2236 podcast last week, and no matter what we did, jumping in and out, Skype was constantly being a problem. So if we have some disconnection and issues tonight, we're just going to work through it and pretend that it's not really there.
Yeah. Along with racism.
Just like cake.
Yeah, we're going to pretend that doesn't exist too. Well, Donnie, I'm going to extend the olive branch from my kind to yours, and I'm going to let you have the floor. What have you been playing lately, buddy?
Well, while I'm waiting for Uncharted Lost Legacies, I have gone back and played some Last of Us to get those the grounded trophies that they was asking for, but I did not want to pay for it, so I gamefly the remastered edition and going at it with that. I just didn't want to pay for trophies. I'm not going to buy the grounded DLC just for some trophies.
Gotcha.
So I was like, nah. So and then also I did not know. Before I got that, I went back and played some Horizon for the New Game Plus.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they would have trophies for it, but I thought it'd be cool to play the game with. You know, that's what we strive for now. Well, gamers like me, since we don't have the codes to put in for God mode anymore, I personally say that every game should have New Game Plus, because that's like hard work to get those stuff. And I hate getting the maximum of all maximum weapons just for the last later and then never use it again.
Yep.
So the New Game Plus, you can use the if you found that ancient armor before you completed the game, you can use that. Whatever you have at the end of the game, you can start it in New Game Plus. And I recommend going to search for all that good stuff before starting New Game Plus. But it's kind of weird what they do to make you start a New Game Plus, because when you first pop the game in, you can't just hop to New Game Plus. You have to load your old game, pause it, and then go to New Game Plus from there, and it'll ask you, do you really want to do New Game Plus? And I'm like, that's kind of strange.
I haven't done it yet. I've got it downloaded and updated and everything. And when I platinumed the game, I deleted it just to make space for other games. And my kids love it. So recently I downloaded it and let them play through it. And I saw the New Game Plus trophy and the Ultra Hard Mode trophies.
Yeah.
Or trophy a piece. And I've contemplated going back in and doing it. But I just don't know if I've got, another, I would imagine 30 hours to play through it that way. I mean, it was 69 hours or 67 hours my first playthrough to get the platinum and everything. So I would imagine I could do it in half the time.
Yeah, you can skip all that's what I've been doing. I've been skipping all the side stuff. I just been going straight to the main stuff, and I will say this, going off what I've been played recently, that everything that you buy, like your weapons, like your ammunition, has boosted. You have to pay more for it now, or pay more for anything in the stores now. But I do recommend that you have that. What's that weapon where you can, when you shoot it at them, you can bolt them down to the ground?
The rope caster?
Yeah, the rope caster.
The shadow rope caster?
Yes, get that and use that, because you pretty much get hit one time, even with the armor, the ultra rare armor. Pretty much it's like a 2-strike kill. The first strike is to knock the armor completely down to 0, and then the next strike is you going bye-bye. That's almost with any enemy that you fight, minus the humans. But yeah, use that rope caster, because you're gonna need that a lot. Save your money to just buy a whole bunch of rope caster ammunition, and that's what I've been using so far. But yeah, you stay maxed out too. You don't earn any more levels or anything. That's if you completed it with maxed out. I've completed the game 100% on the first playthrough. So, yeah.
Donny, let me ask you this: are you a fan of games like with the New Game Plus that increases the difficulty when you play through it, or just makes you a god amongst men?
It depends. Like in Ratchet and Clank, because Ratchet and Clank does that with the New Game Plus, it increases. But that game is like, it makes it fun, because you still got your weapons are still like ultra fun to use and all that stuff in Ratchet and Clank. But games like Horizon, or serious type games, Horizon, Resident Evil, like, I don't like the difficulty being jacked up on New Game Plus, because like I just said earlier, we fight and strive hard for those super powered weapons just to use it for the last boss, and now I want to go through the game as a freaking god now, and now I can't do god because you are used to my super powered weapons. So yeah, I think it depends on the game. Like Ratchet and Clank, cool. Serious games, nah.
What about you, T-Bert? What you been playing?
I started Persona 5. Very fun game. It's, it's gonna be a big undertaking. It's supposed to be like 130 hours just to beat one playthrough. So 13 hours in.
Even if you just speed
Almost done.
You can't speed through this game, man.
Or I don't know about the game. I just was asking.
No, I'm saying like it takes you like day by day. Like there's like really no way of speed running through it unless you're just skipping all the text.
Like The Witcher 3. Just a little bit at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Chiseling away at it.
A little bit of sexy time at a time. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Something like that. But I'm not sure if I want to keep playing it right now. I'm actually at a good stopping point, so I might break off and go play something else. Not sure yet. Played that. Trying to think if I've been playing anything. I bought Guilty Gear Revelator, the first one, because it was on sale for $6. Tried it. Aggravating. So
It's a big learning curve.
it's a very big learning
It's very
curve.
rewarding though once you get the hang of it. But
I
me and
can't
my buddy-
I can't get the movements down.
yeah, me and my buddy talk about this all the time. When we play 2D fighters, have been the whole life. That's one of them games where, like, as soon as you put it down, you'll forget everything about it in a week.
Yeah.
So you have to like the people that play that game and play like compete at Evo and stuff. Like they
That's all
don't
they
devote
play.
their time to Street Fighter. Like
Yeah.
that's the game they play.
I'm not a fan of 2D fighters.
We know, Donnie. We know.
Not a fan. That's why
I will say though that I've been enjoying Tekken a lot.
awesome. You should enjoy that game.
Yeah, I think I'd if they ever make a new Soul Calibur game, I'd probably be all over that. But till they do, I guess I'll try Guilty Gear some more.
What are the trophies like on Guilty Gear?
I didn't even bother. If I can't get the movements and combo stuff down, I'm not even gonna bother looking at trophies.
From what I remember, you got your online trophies, of course, but you got like story mode trophies and stuff. I mean, it's pretty.
Oh, there's
dry.
trophies for the cinematic story.
Maybe.
I was like, okay, cool, story mode. It's gonna be an easy way to learn on the game. Nope, it's just a big interactive story. Okay, click, 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 click.
Yeah, there's a lot of game modes in that game too, so it's good stuff. Good
Yeah.
soundtrack. The character roster is pretty awesome.
I didn't get to any of that because it told me, hey, jump over these boxes. Oh,
Yeah.
you can't jump over boxes because you're dumb. God, that was frustrating. Yeah, that's been it for me pretty much.
Cool.
What about you, Frost?
I've actually been still diving into some emulators, but I've made it a point to clean up some of this backlog of old games that I haven't played in forever. When I say that, I mean like the games that I downloaded before, started playing them, never finished them.
Like every game I own right now.
Pretty much.
Same here.
But in particular, like Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, which was basically the successor to Symphony of the Night. Really good game. And I started dabbling with it. I was like, I ain't played this game in forever. I'm going to check it out. Now I'm like 75% done with the game. So I'm like kind of right there, teetering on the end of the game. After that, I'm thinking about playing some Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, which I always heard was really good. So I'm going back and
Which
actually...
one? I'm sorry, I didn't hear
The
you.
Minish Cap. It was a
That's a
Game Boy
game?
Advance.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, same thing with Aria of Sorrow. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is a Game Boy Advance emulator. So I'm actually going back and playing some of these like classic games I haven't played in forever, or I heard really good things about. Metroid Fusion's another one on my list I want to play because it's kind of like a very Super Metroid-esque type gameplay. A lot of people, talk about how good it was. So I am playing backlog. It's just not anything this decade.
So wait, what you're saying is you came up with new backlog.
Yeah, but I'm finishing it, which counts.
So one of the podcasts I listen to, their host,
With the most.
yeah, he posted that he had 60 games in his backlog when he started this year, and he's down to 18, and he's gotten several platinums. Like,
So he's beating them. He's finished.
oh, he's beating them and platinuming them, and I was like, dang, that's pretty rad. But I started off this year with 200 and some odd games in my backlog, and even though I've beaten a handful of games, I have
And
more
it's at
in my
300.
backlog.
He's down to 198.
I'm just like, I don't know what the deal is, but
I don't see.
I know.
I don't see how y'all have backlog. Like I understand y'all play a lot of games, but I guess it's just me. Like I find it hard to move on to another game without seeing the ending of the one I'm playing. Like say if I'm playing, I'm just gonna use Uncharted 4 right now. That it just came out today. I'm playing it, and then let's say 3 days from now, Dragon Ball Z comes out. In an action adventure game, again, hypothetical. Now I'm playing Uncharted 4, and like I gotta see how this Dragon Ball Z is. So I'll play a little bit of it, but then I know how that is. I'm digging it, but I gotta go back to Uncharted because I haven't seen the ending. I don't see how y'all have backlog. This is just me. It's just me. I gotta see the ending. If I
I used to be that way. It used to be a rule: don't start a game without finishing a game. But
Don't buy a game without finishing a game. That was my rule.
but like,
Was.
well, that happens. These PlayStation flash sales happen, and then the Humble Bundles happen, and then I go to the flea market every weekend. That happens, and it's like I'm buying all these games for just a few dollars a piece, and then it's like, okay, well, I'll play it, and then I keep sitting on it, and then I'll start a game. And for me, there's like a lot of rules to how I can play games. For example, I can't play horror games with anyone in or around me. Lights got to be off. Headphones got to be on. That's why I haven't finished Hellblade. I'm 3/4 of the way through it, but I can't play that game with people around me. I don't want to be distracted. I don't want the lights on. I want the full effect. I can't play shooters or violent games in front of my children because they're still young. So I got to play. So I've got like.
I mean, you can. You'll just
Well,
be a
I choose
bad
not to.
parent.
And even like I've kind of dabbled. We've played Alienation together, and we've played Horizon. But yeah, there's even parts of Horizon I don't want them playing just because You're fighting and you're shooting humans in the head with arrows. You know.
That's fine.
Um,
That's totally fine.
See, I was gonna ask them to talk about that in a previous, like in a not a previous, but my show about what you just said, because I'm the same way about the video games. Don't even allow them to watch me play. If I'm playing it, I'll just cut it off and play
Yeah.
something else. But when it comes to like what you said, Horizon, those are not humans, and even if they were humans, they're not using, like, use Star Wars for example. We're shooting humans, but they're not like bullets. They're lasers and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
stuff like that seems to be a bypass. Like if we kill monsters, it's okay to shoot, whether it's bullets or not. But if we're shooting lasers, it's okay to kill humans. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like it's got to be okay. So we played Gauntlet together. That was a free PSN game we got a while back, and it has an option to turn the gore off because everyone you slashed with your sword or your arrows and stuff, their guts, their blood, and everything was splattered everywhere. And although I think that's cool and fun to look at, like that, I don't want my kids doing that. So I turned the gore off, and we'll play that game together. Alienation is mainly a lot of smoke, a lot of lasers, and a lot of like explosions, and you're these dudes in mech suits shooting aliens and stuff like that. Yeah, monsters. And when they blow up, it's usually like green or orange goop or lava. Like some of the things have when you kill them, they turn to lava.
So are we saying to our kids, if humans look scary enough like monsters, it's okay to shoot them? Like what if they like cool people, but they just deform like that guy from the movies with the jacked up potato face?
I don't know. I guess that's
so you can kill him.
okay.
You can kill him because he looks like a monster.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys. I don't think so.
Well, I have a very open dialogue with my children. Like we have lots of conversation. So, for example, like when me and the kids are playing games together, I'll just randomly mention, hey, this is what this is. This is what this is okay. This is not okay. Like we have, my wife and I, we speak to our children very. We talk to them as if they're adults. I don't want to baby them. I don't want to be too shady with them, and I explain things. So, I don't play games with shooting. Now, granted, if I'm playing a game and they walk in the room and I pause it, it's like it's paused on whatever I'm looking at. They'll ask, and I'm like,
exploding head.
I'm like, look, there's a reason why you can't see this. This is an adult game. There are guns in it, and people are shooting each other, and that's not something kids are supposed to see, because I don't want you to ever think it's okay to shoot another person, because that's not okay. Mm-hmm. And these are conversations we have, and I've said those things very bluntly. And my 7-year-old, who's super, super intelligent, like that kid blows my mind. He's very intuitive, and so he's like, well, Dad, I would never shoot another person because I understand that this isn't real, he just spoke to me, on the same level I'm speaking to him. And I'm like, you know what?
Dad, I get it. It's fiction.
That's why I like you, dude. That's why I keep you around.
I have a very open
That's why you're
dialogue.
my favorite. That's why.
I have a very open dialogue with my son, too. I'm like, he poops on my leg and kisses his neck, and his little neck rolls smell like dirt and milk. It's amazing.
That's a good one.
Great.
Well, speaking of backlog, so that's all I've done this week is attack the backlog. So for me, I never played Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and I think I said this on the show last week.
What
I started
the
on.
freaking heck, man?
Okay, whoa! I just touched your leg. I played it, but I played it when it first came out on PS2, and I didn't really like the camera angles on it, and I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. It didn't click with me, and I put it down and never finished it. Well, fast forward 15 years, and I have it on my Vita, and I've been looking at it for months. I'm like, you know what? One day, Snake, me and you, we're gonna play.
Have you fought that ladder yet?
The ladder?
Yeah.
He's not there yet.
You'll know when you get
gotcha.
there.
Okay.
Man,
Well,
that's like grounds for impeachment, President.
Oh, really?
Vice President.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to make up for my, mistakes of the past. So I went back and I've been playing it, and I've gotten, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 trophies for it, something like that. Really, really enjoying it. I'm going to platinum this game. I can see where the little frogs are going to be. I don't know if they were in the game when you played, but there's like this little.
That
God,
Oh.
there's 64 of them in that game.
You have to
freaking
shoot them 3
frogs,
times. You know that, right?
Uh-uh.
Freak.
You
3
shoot 'em?
times. I just shot them once, but just finding them was like so many times I had to reset a checkpoint just because the bullet didn't hit or I wasn't for sure it didn't hit. So I was like, you know what? I'm not
Yeah.
sure, and I'm at the end of the game, so I'm just gonna reset it anyway.
Yeah, you shoot it. You shoot it one time, and it does this little thing.
There's a little noise.
And then you
Yeah.
shoot it 2 more times, and the 3rd time you'll hear a clicking noise, and I think that's when you actually activate it.
Oh, what does it do?
No,
I think I
you
thought
talking
that's
about-
what it was.
You talking about activated for what? Because you only got to hit it one time for a trophy. You know, for it to count as you hitting it for a trophy. If you good.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of trophy. I was thinking unlockable.
Oh.
What does it do? What does it unlock?
I think if you collect them all, you get like maybe an infinite ammo or something,
that'd be
or
cool.
maybe like a
What?
special
You
camo.
get a
I can't
hat.
remember. It's
I think
okay,
you get a
yeah.
hat.
It's
you
been
get
forever since I played this.
Yeah, a gecko hat or that frog hat, and I forget what.
I got level with you. I've never played the game, so I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I forget what it
that's
does.
right.
I think it does something for when you in the water. You don't get any leeches on you while you in the water and some junk like that. I think that's what it does. But
Huh.
still, I didn't have to shoot them 3 times for that.
I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna shoot one 3 times when we. Well, I'll probably play tomorrow some.
Yeah.
But either way, up until today, that is the only thing I've played all week long because it has been a week from hell in our house. The wife's had some. She's a nurse and she works with obviously sick patients, and they had some rough stuff happen at the hospital, and she's been it's been busy at work, and the kids had all their meet and greets and teacher meets and all that crap this week. So this week has been incredibly busy and incredibly stressful. So I haven't played games for nothing, with the exception of Metal Gear. Most of that was on my breaks at work. So today I got to play a little bit more Hellblade. I'm almost finished with it. I'll get that platinum. I know I said I thought I'd have it by this time, but life didn't. It didn't. My life hates me.
Didn't you get it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I forgot to mention I did get that platinum.
Yeah, you got that platinum like right after we recorded.
Yeah, like I woke up and like I'm just gonna go ahead and beat this.
Yeah. So.
Just took
Yeah.
the day off work.
So okay, so I got a couple complaints about Hellblade. Yeah, last week all I did was sing its praises. This week they did a
Nope.
patch.
No, don't need no negativity about
No,
that.
it's not the game itself. They did a patch, right? And I don't know what the patch. I know on PC the game wasn't running all that well. It was like having some issues crashing.
Oh, did they mess it up?
Yes, the patch messed the game up. My game ran smooth. I never had a graphics pop. I never had a sound issue. I never had a stitch of lag from the day it came out until today. I did an update, and I had to replay the Labyrinth level just because I didn't finish it when I turned my PlayStation off. So I've already played this section. I know how smooth it runs. I know what the videos look like. I put it in today, and it was like glitching up on some of the cutscenes, and it was like I was having graphics pops in and out the doorways in the Labyrinth. And I'm like, how you going to release a patch that breaks your game when your game was fine when it came out? I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's not bad. It's just, it was noticeable. And
Yeah.
from a game that like immersion is like Hellblade is fantastic. Like incredible is the word that I'm
You just need to wait till the next patch to fix that.
They,
Well, I'm not
they
doing
released the
that.
D patch.
yeah, they'll freaking unpatch their old patch. But like, so the game's incredible. I freaking love it. The immersion and the sound design and everything's so good. And like this kind of like interrupts that a little bit. Because whenever the video doesn't load or like they stop for a second or the sound goes away for a second, it's like, what? Because it's like, yeah, it plays on that kind of stuff. So I don't know if it's just me or if that patch was, I don't know. I didn't have any issues from my day one copy, and now it's a little, but it's fine. It's not like it's unplayable. It's not like it's and it stopped after that point because I finished that labyrinth, and then I went to the next part with the there's something chasing you, and holy crap,
See what
that
I'm
was
saying?
intense. Holy freaking
Yeah.
crap, that was intense.
Yeah.
So really enjoyed it. That's fine, Donnie. Yeah, you're not bothering us a bit. Again, listeners, if you hear any background noise, it's hot in Serengeti.
Yeah. Donnie, you plan on playing that game at all?
The more gameplay videos I look at it, the more I want to, but I was kind of upset that it doesn't have a disc version because I would most definitely been playing it right now. Because
Yeah.
I'm skeptical on giving games like since since GameFly came out, really. I don't know. I want to say maybe about a year since GameFly came out. I stopped buying games because first of all, I would beat them extremely fast, and then I'm like, these games wasn't really super all that to me. So now I'm stuck with the game unless I trade it in. So then I start doing the GameStop cheat, which is just recycle my same 60 bucks buying used games and taking them back before the week is over with, and then just keep recycling that same 60 bucks over into the game that I know I'm going to keep in my collection comes out and buy that. So I'm skeptical on buying new IPs, especially new IPs. Like if it was a sequel to something I know I love, yeah, I would have been bought it by now. But it's a new IP. I think I'm going to get it though. I think I'm going to get it within the next 2 weeks, next payday.
Yeah.
It's really good, and I gotta say, it's very unique. There's like no replayability though, so once you platinum this game, you know
That's pretty much it.
that's pretty much it. And so
That's
Unless you
because
want to do
of
speed running.
That's because of a
Yeah.
piece of a game. That's why. Which
Well,
we'll talk about on my show.
Well.
Go listen, folks. Patch a plug right there. Plug.
there you go, a shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug.
Speaking of plugs, what you got for us, Frosty?
Oh, news?
News, facts, random things.
News and facts and news.
Let's do it.
The facts of life.
Wasn't a whole lot of news this week. Nothing really big, notable. There was one thing, but we're going to talk about it in our twats.
twat.
You guys got twats.
By the way, Donnie, in case you're
Just assume my gender.
in case you're not up to speed, or if this is your first time listening to the Loot Bros podcast, we don't have a topic of the show or a topic of the week. We have this week's official topic, which is
We're not called McDonald's. We are called McDonald's.
there you go.
McDowell's. We are McDowell's, not McDonald's.
All right, so I'll kick this off with some news, and then we'll jump into some facts. Torch-wielding protester renamed himself after action video game character Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
It was 2012, and his friends kept telling him he shared a strong resemblance to action video game star Duke Nukem, a cigar-smoking ladies' man with guns and muscles.
Dude,
This is from USA Today.
that's
I
awesome.
bet he
So he
looks nothing like him too.
Probably not.
Probably looks like Danny DeVito.
Probably like George Costanza. So he changed his name to Ted Von Nukem. The Von, an ode to his German heritage, and Nukem to the video game character. It was a joint decision with his now wife of nearly 4 years, who also carries that last name.
That's awesome.
And the wife is not even a
Yeah.
gamer at all.
It's awesome, except he's a neo-Nazi.
But his name's Nukem. Wait, he can't be a Nazi.
I'm honored, but you're a racist dick. Yeah.
God, he is a Nazi. Damn.
Okay.
That's
Eh.
chew bubble gum and kick black people.
And I'm all out of gum. Well, if we weren't demonetized before, we just
Oh
got
my
demonetized by YouTube now. Zuckerberg gonna kick our Facebook out.
And,
Great. Hey.
like I said, we had some Microsoft news, but we're going to share it in the twat. But Super Troopers 2, you're telling me,
Yeah.
has a release date. It's coming out next year on 4/20.
420 Blues.
Blaze it, man.
Sure.
littering and
The first one was pretty
smoking
funny,
the
though.
reefer.
But
Yeah,
the
it
thing
was.
about this, when really good movies take 18 years to come out with a sequel, I have zero hopes for it.
Like Anchorman 2.
Well,
Zero.
this was crowdfunded, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Which is weird.
I can already tell that they're gonna try so hard with the comedy instead of letting the comedy just flow naturally.
Yeah, they're probably going to bring up a lot of jokes in the first one.
Hey, Farva. What's that place you like to go?
Shenanigans?
right, on to some facts. Now, these are facts that I find on interwebs. These are stuff that you can post in our group at facebook.com. Go to the search bar, type in the Loot Bros Podcast. Don't be a lazy.
Oh wait. There's
Retard.
just one in right now. It says Jared likes wiener.
Oh, this just in.
I mean, that's, yeah, that's that's a fact. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, we had to share it. Everyone else said.
Huh?
What?
The
Continue.
super mushrooms in Super Mario are based off of fungi known as Amanita muscaria. I hope I'm saying that right.
That's fake.
Maybe it's I don't know. I can't read. It gives the
Fake
user the
news.
feeling. It gives the user the feeling they are growing in size. This effect is also referenced in Alice in Wonderland. In the original NES classic, Punch Out, Soda Popinski was originally named Vodka Drunkinski, but his name would be changed to avoid controversy.
Yep, knew about that.
The
I like it.
Well, don't you know everything?
Mm-hmm. You should have known that from Trophy Horse. I know everything.
Except how to stay on Trophy Horse.
Oh.
But he does know how to put out episodes.
Ooh. The deep cuts.
Oh, that was a cut. I need stitches on that one.
The announcer in Super Smash Bros., who would also voice Crazy Hand and Master Hand, is Pat Cashman. He was also the announcer in the original television show Bill Nye the Science Guy, and even acted in a few scenes on the show. Marge Simpson's hair was originally designed to conceal large rabbit ears. This gag was planned to be revealed during the final episodes of this series, but was cast aside due to its inconsistencies. This idea can actually be seen in the original Simpsons arcade.
What the heck, man? What kind of... What? It's concealing some rabbit ears. So she's not human now?
I mean,
What the...
Homer's into furries.
this is Matt Groening we're talking about. There's
Yeah, what is up with this furry thing? What is that? What is a furry?
Someone that is attracted to another person that dresses like an animal.
yeah,
That's
They-
a thing?
they dress
That's
up
the
like
thing.
animals,
What-
but it's sexual.
Yeah, they do sexual things. As
Ah.
animals.
There's actually a ton of them that come to Soda City Comic Con. They have their own like booth.
Yeah.
The furry booth?
What you don't know is, Daryl, that whole back half of your neighborhood right there is nothing but furries.
My
Is it
neighborhood?
Yeah.
We have furries in this neighborhood.
Oh,
We haven't invited them on the
get
show.
the
yet?
torches. Get the torches.
You gotta commit
Get
furries
out of my town, you furry.
Dude, okay, so like I was like, sorry to interrupt the news, but I saw some news where people were complaining that people were painting furries and genitalia in Splatoon,
Yeah.
and I'm
No,
like,
it's furry art.
so I googled what is a
has a
furry,
name.
you know, and it was just like pictures of people, or excuse me, cartoon foxes. It wasn't even perverted.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't get it. I just so
That's all it is.
And according to certain sources, it started with Sonic
I was
fan
just
made,
about to say Sonic. I was just about to
Yeah.
say it.
like fanfics and stuff, like the perverted fanfics, and
That's
then
weird.
And like that one Sonic game where Sonic actually kisses a human.
Yeah.
Not even
that was
joking.
weird.
It's a true
What's
thing.
more awkward, that or the laugh from Final Fantasy?
Sonic,
Okay.
because it doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
and it makes it worse. I think that the person was not of legal age. I don't believe, so it makes it even worse.
oh gosh.
So
She's like leaning in. I'm
Sonic
gonna
is a
regret this.
racist?
Kind of.
Wasn't he
God.
unconscious when it happened?
Yes.
So she was
she
the-
took advantage of
She
Sonic,
took advantage of Sonic.
Oh man, that sounds like one of Devin's
But
love
Sonic
stories.
know better
Jeez.
though.
and then his dick just fell in.
She was too fast for him. And last fact of the day, Nintendo has allocated $80 million for gaming gloves for players who have hurt their hands during the Mario Party 64 joystick rotating minigames.
What?
Wow.
You remember the Mario Party games?
No,
The joysticks?
I never played them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've never played a Mario Party.
Donny
either.
knows. Donny was laughing. He knows what I'm
explain
talking
it.
about.
Explain it.
So they had mini games in the original Mario Party. Probably still do. I don't know. Where you had to rotate the joystick, and so you're not going to use your thumb. You're going to use your hand. So like people would be doing this over here on the 64 joystick. And that joystick was rough,
Yeah,
and it would create a
grips on it.
blister in the middle of your hand. That was nasty.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've
got a-
never,
I
I've
got a-
never partied that
I
hard
got a
Mario.
fat I could bring.
All right, what you got?
You know the the last leader in Super Smash Brothers, the glove.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually O.J. Simpson's glove, but
Whoa!
yeah, yeah. That's
The
why.
glove don't
That's why
fit.
the hand is evil. That's why it's evil.
Wow. I
It
wonder
was
if that's
based
the
off.
same.
Oh my god.
That's a fun fact
Yep.
from the book of Donny's facts.
And Johnny Cochran is an unlockable character.
He's the
The
delete.
glove don't fit. You must have quit.
He's a deleted character.
Permanently
You can
deleted.
find him in the codes in the game.
Jeez. All right. Well, now we got the random facts out of the way. Let's move on to this week's official topics. What? So, all right. So this week we got a handful of things we want to talk about that are probably going to bring on some pretty good discussion. So we're going to start off with, basically. So Microsoft has been hitting some home runs with the Xbox One this year.
Yeah, Scalebound's gone.
Fable Legends is gone.
Fable's gone.
Scalebound's gone. Now
Crackdown's delayed.
They're done. They're done canceling their games. Now they're delaying their games.
No, don't worry. That one's gonna get canceled too.
So Crackdown has been delayed until spring of 2018, which only leaves Forza Motorsports for this holiday.
Don't forget Cuphead.
And Cuphead, but that's
don't
an indie
forget
game.
Cuphead.
That's an indie game that got delayed because it didn't have a game in it. It was just the boss battles.
It's Dark Souls.
So
Wait a minute. You got a game. You got an action and adventure game with only boss battles. No.
Originally, that's what it was.
Yep.
It's just a big boss rush.
Last I heard, the people that actually got their hands on that game and played it said it was rough.
Yeah, because they forced in the platforming levels.
yeah, because basically the first time it was shown off, or first from what this is stuff I've heard, that Cuphead was shown. Everyone loves the art style. Everybody loves
The concept's fantastic.
Yeah, right. And then it wouldn't, or excuse me, there wasn't enough game to it. There was just the boss rush. So then they
There's nothing wrong
shoehorned
with
some
that.
platforming in there, and then the people that from the people I've listened to have played it
That's
said it
how.
was bad.
That's all Titan Souls is.
Yeah, but Titan Souls isn't getting the hype,
I know, but still.
But see, Microsoft's leaning hard on this game because they ain't got nothing else.
Nah, man, they got Forza in that fancy Porsche. Is it a Porsche or BMW? I don't remember.
I don't even know.
They got
It's
nothing-
Forza. I don't care if it's Forza.
They got nothing else. That's why they came up with another X in their title.
All right. Well, so here's the question: what do we think Microsoft is going to do? You guys think they got like a special card up their sleeve, or are we just kind of?
No, they're going to cancel Crackdown, and they're going to eventually cancel Forza. It's just a matter of time.
Well, then
And Cuphead's going to be gone too. Don't worry.
Is this
mean-
is this another? Are they falling victim to what's happened in the past? Come out with a new console and don't have anything for it, and just hope it sells just on the name alone.
Well, that's the way it looks because I thought with the Xbox One X coming, surely they were going to just say, "Hey, we got this, this, and this," just shotgun out some games to show off how powerful the console is, how good it is.
Don't
Well, then-
worry. All their existing games are going to get 50 gig patches for 4K.
Yeah, but
Don't you worry.
You know what's going
They'll
to
have 4K games.
You know why they don't have any games? Because the developers are saying the system is too hard to develop games on.
Sounds like the PlayStation 3.
Exactly.
That old chestnut.
The system is too hard for me to do my job on. Freaking developers.
They've got to have titles. Like, in console gaming world, we are solely dependent on titles.
Nonsense.
Power is awesome. Graphics are awesome, all that. But you got to have games that people are looking at and say, I'm going to buy this console for that game.
yep.
Yep.
And Xbox, at one point, had that with the
Yep.
Halos and the Gears when they were still fresh. But now that like those have kind of like taken a step back and people are playing all these new things for PlayStation, like Horizon, Bloodborne, and all these
Yep.
things, like we are getting a taste of something new. It's familiar but new, But like with Xbox, it's kind of like
Halo.
they have these games.
Hey,
yeah, they have
hey,
Halo. But
you
it's-
remember that Halo game? Here's a new one.
which is funny because the original Xbox was essentially a joke, and the only thing that saved it was Halo.
Well, here's the thing, like Xbox 360 was a good generation. Like they put out a bunch of stuff. They had great first party games. They had tons of first party studios pumping out games, and they still made some of the most solid third party games. The Left 4 Dead games. Those are Valve games. They got Splinter Cell Conviction, which is the best Splinter Cell in my opinion
That was a good game.
to date. That was such a good game. And it's like they got Mass Effect.
Fables.
So they had, aside from their first party games,
Yeah.
obviously Fable and Halo, things like that.
I want
So-
a Fable.
They were killing it in the content category last gen. This gen they came out and everyone made fun of PlayStation fans at the beginning of the generation because they're like, "Oh, where's all your exclusive? It's not the PlayStation, it's the delay station." Because all of our stuff got delayed out of that first year. And then, so now here we are, PlayStation set up very similar to the way they did with PS3. We're midways in through the generation, and now they're dropping huge exclusives constantly. That the beginning of this year was insane. So now, what we have on that with the Xbox,
There's
there's
I think it's like four exclusives in the
of
first
them
3 months.
First 3 months, yeah. So the Xbox they've closed down some studios, they've canceled some games, and their first parties have been fumbles. Like Gears 4, although it was good, it wasn't great. Like everyone,
I thought it was great.
okay. I'll say this in my little echo chamber of people that I've talked to about it. It's everyone that I've talked to says it's good. It's not great. I've played it. And I
People
thought it
aren't
was fine.
talking about it.
Right, that's the thing. It's like not.
There's no residents there.
It's not Gears 2. It's not Gears 3.
No.
But that's like
No.
that was what people talked about. Halo 5.
That was a garbage truck on fire.
I
and
mean,
it was like, all
it
right,
wasn't great.
here you go.
It was fine, but it wasn't great. I mean, I hear the multiplayer's good, but I played it once or twice. Didn't care. Master Chief Collection was still not right.
That was a building on fire.
So then you had Sunset Overdrive, which was just fine. It was not
Yeah, it was
great. It was just fine. And then you had Quantum Break, which in my opinion was actually a little
flop.
bit. It wasn't very good. I haven't
It's
finished
not
it.
just your opinion, though. That's a lot of people's opinions.
Well, then you had Recore, that came out, and that didn't sell very well, or from what I've heard, and the score isn't that good on
Straight to Inafune.
it. Exactly. So, and then you've had a couple third-party deals that they made with Rise of the Tomb Raider, which all we ever heard was how bad it sold on Xbox.
I don't ever think it recovered either when it came
And
on PlayStation.
then Dead Rising 4, which is another one that, from my understanding, has flopped.
Dude, I think it was like a month after that game came out, it dropped $20.
Yes. So, like, I've seen it on sale recently for $20 to $30.
God.
So, and that's a game that came out, scored pretty well. Sounds like people enjoyed it from the critical stance.
It looked awesome.
But
For Honors, by the way, it on Amazon, it got dropped. It's like $30 now on Amazon.
yeah, we'll see.
yeah, because there's an exploit to where you can win an entire tournament by doing one glitch.
Really?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Broken.
Dumb.
Well, my point is, Xbox has had some blunders in general this generation, but then their games aren't doing all that well. What do you guys think what game, that's what we'll do. What game do you guys think they need to turn it around? We'll let Donnie start it off.
Just give up. just give up the whole system.
Dang it, man.
But it's only I'm just going off what I will only buy Xbox for, in which I haven't seen this game in a while. Is first of all is Gears of War. That's like a system buyer for me, but I just don't. I just don't like the box that much to just get it. But I also like their versions of the Naruto games. The station had the fighter Naruto games. Bots had the action and adventure Naruto games, and anybody who loves the anime of Naruto, they pretty much had it down to a T. Like, this was like what they do on the anime, and it looks like the anime. So I feel like that can possibly help it out greatly, in my opinion, is bring out a action and adventure, another Naruto game. I think it'd be a good system. Well, not a system seller, but I think it'd be a good seller. I think it'd be a great seller, actually.
I would have said Dragon Ball Fighters, but
No, Dragon Ball
It's gonna
better
be on
not
everything.
show up on no box.
we'll see when it at E3, the Dragon Ball Fighters trailer got shown during the Xbox conference.
Yeah, I know.
And I was so mad. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" And then
Exclusive.
So Xbox One exclusive. And so then I went online and looked, and it's like, no, this is going to be on everything.
But you know,
Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry to cut you off. That's what Xbox really need to stop doing also, because it does not help them at all. Stop doing that time exclusive junk.
World exclusive,
Like,
console launch exclusive.
Yeah, but it doesn't help them, and they should have learned by now that doesn't help their sales. Like, people still gonna just hold off until the station version comes out.
Well, see, last gen it did help. Last gen, but they were supported with great first-party titles. And again, last gen, all three of us over here were, and we had Xbox Ones, and we really enjoyed them.
360.
Bad like
That's what I was going to say. Sorry, 360. Sorry, but then the Xbox One comes out, and it from off the get, it's just been
Go play your
big-
offline console.
a big blunder. It's been not.
But was it really
Not great.
Was it really the timed exclusive that sold that? Really?
Not on the 360 part. No, I just think it worked because they had a good first party lineup. They had a really good online infrastructure. Xbox Live was kind of where things were happening.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things to where an all encompassing good environment to be because you got good third party games.
Even when you go back today and go onto the PlayStation Network on the PS3, it's trash. It is not good.
It's
Like,
pretty
PS3.
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the store sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the online?
just
actual-
yeah, the online
Yeah,
infrastructure
it's,
in general.
it's
wasn't
like
good.
they never. It's
PS4, different story.
It's like, this thing's busted. Let's not fix it.
well, it's not just. It's just they didn't put
It
stuff
was-
in there.
It was free,
well, and that's why.
which is great, but
Yeah.
Xbox Live is where it was at. And then you had the Xbox Live, like the marketplace and stuff. The Xbox Live Arcade, I should say.
Yeah.
But what you said about the station, has that really changed that much? Like, cause it's still free. It's still free. It's just that you paying to play with other players online now. But that's what you're paying for.
Yeah, I mean, and they've really beefed up just the way it works. The party chat, because you didn't have party chat with with the Station 3.
See,
The way you can
That sucks to me though. Cause
well, I mean, it's great when you have a group of people that are trying to do things together, and when you're actually using that intent for what it's intended for. Like right now, I've got a group of people that I play some of these online Resident Evil games or whatever, Umbrella Corps and Resident Evil 5, and just try to knock out some of the online trophies. So we have a boost group, a party that gets together, and we work together on that stuff. And on PS3, you just couldn't do that. Like Frosty and I tried to play Dead Space 3 together, and you can't even speak to each other
Might as
until
well
you're
just called each other.
right. You can't speak to each other until you're in the game lobby together. So if you're having issues connecting, or you're having to do, if there's any, or you have to step away for a minute, you have to do the Nintendo and use your phone.
okay, well, maybe I'm looking at it as it just not tweaked out to where it could be at this point. Cause I'll be trying to play, like me and my cousin, we'll be playing Metal Gear 5, and we can't play with each other or be on each other's team. And that's what it is. We can't be on each other's team unless we're in a party chat together. Like, we have to be in a party chat together in order to be on each other's team. It don't make a difference whether we play the same game or in the same match. If we're not on each other's party chat, we can't be on each other's team. Like, I think
That sounds like something that's contingent upon the game.
maybe that could be the game. Maybe it's not Sony's fault. That could be the game.
But yeah, so just the kind of getting back to, I guess, the question at hand. With given today's current ecosystems, both games pretty much being able to do what the other one does. The Xbox has really turned the ship around, and they've changed a lot of the bad messaging and even just the way the console itself works. Like, I don't care what anybody says, I stand by the fact that the launch console operating system sucked monkey balls, and the launch console controller sucked monkey balls. And then they've changed their OS, 3 times now?
They're changing about.
And they're getting ready to change it again. And that's a problem. You only change it when it's not working. You only change it when it's broken. You don't, like the PlayStation 4 OS, still the same thing. They've added some features.
Just faster.
Yeah, they've added some features.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're not changing the way things work over there.
Yeah.
And so for me, as owning 2 Xbox Ones, one's upstairs in my kids' playroom that they use for Minecraft and
You
stuff.
made 2
and
bad life decisions?
No, that's 4 total. I've had 2 of them die on me.
So 4 bad life decisions? You didn't learn?
Yes, 4 bad
I
life
thought you were supposed
decisions.
to learn from your mistakes, man.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a good idea to have them just in case. So then I got the Xbox One S over here in my game room, and for me, and I said this on our prediction show a while back, or actually our lost episode that we never got. I think that Microsoft needs to do one of 2 things: either A, bank their games and just release a new console, start over, like not a 1X, like say just kind of bow out and say, okay, you know what? Well, not only do we lose this generation as far as like sales goes and being in the main console race, but then like we just can't seem to get our portfolio together. So I think that they need to, and this is honestly what I think they're doing, is they're going to release the 1X. Hey, we got the most powerful console. You want to play your third-party games? This is the place to play them. And then bank all your first-party games and then launch a brand new console, the Xbox 2 or whatever. And it'll be completely backwards compatible. You know, everything's going to work for it the same way the X is. And just get away from the Xbox One altogether. New OS, new lineup, blah, blah, blah.
I got a title for that one that you just said for the console. It'd be Xbox 2XL. The L is silent.
Or I think they should give Valve all of their money and say,
Help us, Gabe Newell.
remaster Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, release it. Okay, remaster the Half-Life 1 and 2. Yes, here's all of our money. Remaster all those games that people love. Remaster the Porter games. Put them out on the Xbox exclusively. And then here's more of our monies that we borrowed because we gave you all of it the first time. And then make us a brand new game.
See, but that one was
Xbox 2, the ultimate
They'd be like,
dodo
here,
machine.
we want all the Left 4 Deads, all the Half-Lives, and all the Portals.
Yep.
See, that
And Team
was
Fortress where you're at.
that was sucked major. Mainly because of that's doing exactly what we cry about with the Station 4. Is making not remakes or reboots or remasters and then throwing them out there, and then here is a new IP in the mystery of that. That to me, that second one sucks.
Well,
But the thing is,
it sells.
Valve made a new game. It's gonna sell.
Yep.
Because it's been so long since they made anything. Like this new little Dota card game they got. People moan and groan about it, but they're probably gonna play it. It's probably gonna sell like 10 million copies easy.
Freaking PC nerds will play it. Anybody else? Anybody got anything they think? Frosty, you don't own an Xbox. What would it take to make you get one?
They'd have to really come out swinging. They have to bring the titles, like I said. And you know, when the Xbox One X was still the Scorpio, I told everyone, I said, I'm telling you, this is Xbox attempt to lure you in with a powerful console. Like, it's not going to be what you think. Oh, you're crazy.
That's
it's
a
going to be amazing.
right there.
Well, to Xbox fans, and I know when you're talking about a fan, fan is the root word of fanatic. Like, it's hard to tell someone, hey, this isn't what you think, just from the outside looking in. No, you're crazy. And I'm sure that, like, we get that as Sony fans.
You're a Sony pony.
Sony pony, yeah. But, at the same time, though, it's kind of the truth because, like, they came out and they're saying, we're going to have this console's going to have 600 teraflopabytes or whatever, teraflops. No one knew what a teraflop was. Everyone pretended they did.
Exactly.
But, like, it's like, hey, nice, you got a powerful console. What games you got for it?
Exactly.
The same games you got.
Got a racing.
You know what we got?
We've got Gears 4. We got Halo 5.
I got
Games y'all don't really like
Ori
too
and the
much.
Blind Forest.
You know what we got for
4K.
You know what we got for Xbox One? We got Channel 62. and cable and
We had Call of Duty, but we lost that.
We got Battlefield now. I got the second best shooter.
but isn't
Yeah.
That's what the
Microsoft
second
doing
best
exactly
console.
what they're kind of known for? Also, is just backtracking. Like, oops, you know what? We did have this, but now, nope.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like they've done a really good job of like just kind of rebranding and remessaging in general.
Microsoft
But
is too soft. That's what it is.
Oh snap! But this whole not being able to pump out games thing, like I said, I bought their consoles for the mainly first party games, but the exclusives in general. And I didn't buy into Xbox One right off the rip just because I was, the whole messaging blunder when it came out. And I have a shelf, and they've got Xbox One games on it. I've got Sunset Overdrive. I've got Quantum Break. I've got Halo 5. I've got Gears Ultimate. I've got Gears 4. And those games, for me, I need good, solid, exclusive titles to sway me to a console. When I was an Xbox 360 nerd, what swayed me to the PlayStation 3 was exclusive consoles. Exclusive games I couldn't play anywhere else. And I give Heavy Rain 100% that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That was the tip of the iceberg. When Heavy Rain came out,
Heavy Rain, the system seller? Wow.
Dude, that is a killer app in my opinion. I love Heavy Rain.
It was good, but I don't think it's a system seller.
See, for me, I thought it was freaking fantastic. I bought it on PlayStation 4 when it came out over there. I enjoy the game, but that was the one where I was already buying games, like Metal Gear Solid 4 and stuff like that. I was already buying, and then I think I bought some of the Uncharted games, but I actually didn't play them until the third one was out. But I went that way. I like exclusives. They sell consoles for me.
I hear you.
So they need more. They need to figure it out.
I was going to buy Station anyway, but I was like, yeah, I gotta get a Station 4. Even if Metal Gear 5 does come out for the Station 3, I still gotta get the Station 4 version because it's Metal Gear. You have to go top notch when it comes to Metal Gear.
Yeah. Metal Gear on the Xbox just seems like cheating.
Well, I played Metal Gear Solid 2 on the Xbox.
Oh, what the exactly? That's when Kojima traded us for a second. Like, he kind of betrayed us with that one. Like,
because what was it? Was it Substance or Subsistence?
Subsistence.
Yeah, I had that one.
Yeah, that's when you can skate with Raiden in his heels. And
Yep.
I always said that was the wrong move for Konami or Kojima or whoever was pulling the strings for that Xbox move. It's like, I always said, we need a gear for a gear. Give us freaking Gears of War. It needs to be over here. It's on the wrong system right now.
Well, see, that's a great franchise, and I will always buy their games. Whether they're great or just good, whatever. I'm always going to buy Gears games, but I don't think you can put out enough Gears games to fix the problem right now. I don't think another Halo game is going to fix the problem. They need something brand new.
Make it worse.
Well, I mean, if they did it right, and if Halo 6 goes back to form and stop, because they shoehorned Locke. Did you play Halo 5?
No.
Felt fantastic.
Not missing out on anything.
Looked fantastic. Short game, and story-wise, it was like, it reminded me of Halo 2 as far as the Arbiter section goes, but like if the Arbiter section was the majority of the game. I didn't care for being the Arbiter. I just want to be Chief.
The Arbiter was pretty freaking cool.
See, I didn't like him. Still don't like him. And he's in this game too. He's like does a little cameo. Spoilers. Halo 5 freaking Guardians. And Cortana's crazy in the game. She's went AWOL. She's the bad guy. So it's like, it's got some great elements to it. It just kind of falls flat,
Can I tell an Xbox story of mine? A quick one, real quick.
Go for it.
All right, now this is when I was trying to get my Xbox on. This is the first Xbox when it was a big old shipping box that plays disc.
When I had a controller that you needed 4 hands to hold.
Yeah, my brother had one, and like I said, I wanted to play the Naruto games. I love the Naruto games that the Xbox had. So I was like, look, we swap systems. You take my station, and you give me your bots. You play. I forget the game that I had that he wanted to play, and of course I want to play some Naruto. So I end up borrowing Naruto from my cousin and getting the system from my brother. I'm playing it. I'm loving it, but I noticed I'm starting to get the Ali's with the shapes, and
Jeez, the Ollies.
I'm starting to get the Ali's, and I'm like, I want to say not even a week later, I pick up my phone to call my brother, and he's on the other end before I can call him, and we both was calling for the same reason. Man, give me back my system. I can't take this box no more. I was like, I need my station, man. I love Naruto, but I need my station. I can't take this box playing anymore. Like, it's messing me up. Give me back my system. So it just was funny how that went. Like, I went like, oh yeah, I'm about to play some Naruto, but then I'm starting to shake. Like, I got the Ali's. I got the Jimmy. What's his name? Michael J. Fox's.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the Bruce Jenners. I'm like, whoa, bro, whoa.
No, I still got my.
You took it way too serious.
I still got my balls.
I got a funny story for you, Donny. So we do a local fighting game tournament once a month, and this last one we did, it was a random team, random game tournament. Where we had a whole list of we wrote down everyone's names, and we wrote a whole list of games. We put it in this little generator where you click it and it just shuffles everything. So we did that, and we all got our teams or whatever. And like the team I was on, you would have thought it was rigged, but we dominated the whole tournament till we get to the very end, and all the losers got to vote for what game we were going to play last in the grand finals. We had to play Naruto against people that actually play the game on the rig.
Hold on,
we
one
never
Are
played.
you talking about the Ninja Storm?
Yeah,
It's not that difficult of a game.
we got
Yeah.
demolished.
Hello?
Because like my buddy Jamel, shout out Milo, comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, it's like you play Naruto?" I was like, "No, I never played this game in my life." And we got beat so bad. That was that was a fun night.
Yeah,
You should try that game. It's actually pretty fun.
I mean, it was fun. I just didn't know what I was doing, and I got beat like a small woodland creature.
Yeah, to me, it's a small woodland creature. To me, it's fun losing to, like, I guess you would call those pros. But I hate losing to people who are button smashers. Can't stand it. I don't mind losing to pros, but if you are Eddie, Goro, or Gordo, I hate losing to you. I freaking hate losing to Paul too.
Dude, that's one of the reasons why I've always hated Tekken. It's because you, especially when you go online, you will lose to button smashers, and not really know why.
And you could be the most skillful person. Like with Steve and Brian. Like I know the combos. I know the 10-hit combos without looking at the list, and I'm like, still, it's freaking button smashers, man. It's no blocking.
I played an Eddie Gordo online a while back, and I was using King, and I literally kept doing his armor move against an Eddie Gordo, and the guy would not stop pressing buttons. Like, he would not stop. I kept hitting him. I was like, stop it! Like, I'm screaming at my TV, stop it now! He wouldn't stop pressing buttons. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So.
All right, well, what we need to do is we need to turn this question over to the community. So if you're watching this on YouTube or you're on SoundCloud, let us know what you think Microsoft needs to do. What do they need to have to sell you a console?
We need to turn this twat over to the community.
Yeah, turn
Who wants a good old-fashioned hot twat.
All right, well, we got a little more
Hot,
twat.
sweaty twat.
We got
To
hot
go over.
twat, black twat, smelly twat, dirt.
We got a new flavor, apple pie. All right, so what games do we love that didn't age well?
Ooh.
Your mom.
That is a good one because it's true.
Whoa.
No.
Oh, God.
I will go first.
That's what
So-
she said.
I posted in the group the other day that Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver turned, what was it, 22 years ago?
18.
18. What was it, 22 years?
Your mom.
There's another game that came out 20. Okay,
Yeah,
so
either.
18
Sorry.
years. And I was really excited about playing it again. And I started playing it, and story-wise, amazing.
Yep.
Still some of the greatest storytelling you will experience on the PlayStation 1. Gameplay-wise,
Sucks the butt.
so atrocious. Like, it's so repetitive, and the map design is so bland. And, like,
Those
I mean,
are
you're-
HD graphics back
Aren't you
then,
in
bro.
hell or something?
you're
Yeah, like a
you're like
spirit
in
world.
a spirit world, and you,
Same thing.
and you go to the real world, and so you kind of flip flop back and forth.
Do you like try to get your soul back and become a spirit detective? That was for you, Donny. That was for you.
So,
Nice one.
yeah, it's like playing it was cool for like a whole 10 minutes, and then when I started getting to the like puzzle parts, you have to like move this block, go to the spirit world, go to this room, go back to the real world. I'm like, oh my god, kill me! And then like the combat was just so like so straightforward and so boring, and it's like okay, I stunned this enemy, I'm gonna impale him, pick my spear up, hit this enemy, impale him. Occasionally you might pick an enemy up and throw him into spikes or a fire,
Hey.
but it's like you pick him up and you're walking so slow with him that it's
Yeah,
like
I
not
remember that too.
even worth it. It's like, I'm just gonna stab you with a spear.
18 years ago, that was innovative.
Yeah, I remember playing the demo of that game and I was like, wowed.
I remember seeing that game. I'm like, Dad, I want to play that. And
But-
no.
I'm a firm believer of, a lot of people say that, nostalgia is the only reason you like these games. Well, not necessarily.
yeah.
I'm a firm believer that there are some games out there you can play today that are still good. Because there's a lot of
Crash.
games we play today that are heavily modeled off of these older games we played. Like, here's an example, Resogun. It's a more recent game. Modeled off of these old space shooters we used to play. Like Darius Twins and R-Type and stuff like that. Those are still good games. Hard as balls, but still good games.
Balls? I heard that term a lot, but
I don't know.
balls not really hard.
You're doing it wrong.
You need to go to the doctor if your balls is hard.
Yeah, I got this neat trick where, like, I pick one of
no.
them up and let them go, and they just kind of... Was it the little Isaac Newton thingy?
They're called.
Clanky balls.
The old clanky balls technique. So, but yeah, like I'm, like I said, I'm a firm believer that you can go back and play some of these older games and they're
Oh, yeah,
good.
most definitely. Most definitely.
Like using PlayStation 1 as an example, I still think that Castlevania Symphony of the Night, you can go back and play that game anytime, and it's great. Because it's, this beautiful 2D game. It's super fun, super fast. It's got a good story, great bosses, a lot of collectibles, great map design, amazing music, blah, blah, blah. Great
I
game.
totally agree with you. And I meant to say this earlier when you were talking about your emulators and all that stuff, but they still make brand new IPs for these, for the Genesis and the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Brand new IPs still getting made today.
Yeah. There was a fighting game that came out on the Super Nintendo a while back and got like a cartridge release. I can't remember what it was called, like Dark something, Shadow something, but I heard it was awful. I heard it was like just really bad.
I'm
game.
quite sure they probably are, but it's just amazing that people are taking time to do that. I
think it's
wouldn't put my investment into it because, like I mentioned before, my gaming has evolved with the gaming of today. It's hard for me to go back to that old play style. But I guess I'll go next as I'm talking. I kind of just barricaded my way in there. Bogart.
That's the golden rule.
Bogart in my way. But even though the God of War series all play somewhat the same with some minor tweaks in there from each series, from each installment, I gotta say, God of War 1 does not hold up to date for me.
I
no,
agree.
it does not.
2 and 3 are on point. I play those anytime. It just 1 for some reason it just doesn't hold up. Story, like Frosty said, story is awesome, amazing. Gameplay does not hold up today.
Yeah, that's the important part.
And to me, yeah, I think that's like the main thing for this question. Like, it has to be the gameplay. Story, we already know the story is there. That's the reason why we want to go back and play it for the most part. But yeah, it has to be 100% that the gameplay mechanics for this type of question. Does that hold up? And no, it doesn't.
Yeah, I was thinking Gex or Croc, old 3D platformers.
Yeah.
I think really the only ones that I think still hold up would be any of the Crashes and Spyros. That's just my opinion there.
I almost downloaded those, and I thought about it. I was like, I might later, but I don't think that's held up well. So
I would say Spyro 2 and 3. Same thing with Crash, but it's probably nothing else.
You know, I couldn't get down with the remake of Crash.
I played like 5 levels and was like, I'll come back to this another time.
I played, yeah, I did like you, play like maybe 5 levels. Like, you know what? Gamefly, you can have it back. He's like, I just couldn't get down with the, again, it's an old school game. And like I mentioned, it's just hard for me to convert to the old school play style again. And even though they modernized it, it still plays like a modern old school game.
I think it's also too certain genres age better, like RPGs. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of like timeless.
A turn-based RPG is not going to change.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
They just want to look pretty, but it'll be
yeah,
fun.
you can go back and play Final Fantasy 6, and
7.
it's still a
How
really
can you
good game. Even 7.
How can
yeah.
you change playing tag? How can you change that? It's like, what's innovative about you can do with this? It says you tag me and I tag you. Maybe sometimes my tag hits and some.
Dang, sounds like my love life.
Yeah. So. Like football games. Go back and play an old football game.
No, don't
That's
do
an
that.
experience.
Don't do that.
Technobo.
So bad.
God.
Oh man, Technobo. And what's the name too? You ever play? Is it Do or Die? Was that the basketball game where you actually like punch and kick folks down?
Oh, that was it double dribble?
No, it wasn't double dribble. What's Do?
You had NBA Jam.
It wasn't that either.
Yeah.
What?
There's one of them you could actually punch each other and like kick each other. and
I
take
thought
the
it was
ball
Do
from-
or Die. It's not Do or Die. I'm assuming it's not Do or Die.
I don't know.
Hey, Looney Tunes basketball.
No, it wasn't that either.
That's actually a really good game.
I got one for you. I downloaded Twisted Metal 2 for the
Lord.
for my Vita.
I
that's
bet you
bad.
that doesn't.
Was that the one we played on the PS4?
Do what?
Was that the one we played that night on
No,
PS4?
that was Twisted Metal Black. That one played like garbage
That
too.
was
Look at an old
atrocious.
school Twisted Metal and see that doesn't hold up.
But I remember playing them for hours and hours and hours when I was younger. I love those
so
games.
Good. Yeah. Hey, here's one for you, Donnie.
God.
You like fighting games? Okay, Bloody Roar 2.
I played.
That was actually really good. Like I went back and played that this week. It's held up well.
I
Believe it or
played
not.
one of those. I can't remember which one when I played one, and it was good.
It's smooth. It's got great combo system, great characters. It's a really fun game. Now, Toe Ball number 1. Not a good game. Did you ever play that one? Toe Ball?
I
Tomba?
never heard of that one.
No, not Tomba. Toe Ball number
Oh,
1 was
wait a
like.
minute. That's the guy with the. Is that the caveman guy?
No, that's Tomba. Toe Ball was like it was a fighting game, but the characters were designed from Akira Toriyama.
Oh, okay, no, I haven't played it.
It's so bad.
Why?
Like they came out with a second one,
Just
but
like
it never
Tomba.
got released to America. But yeah, it was bad. It's like clunky and like the characters look dumb, and they're totally modeled after Dragon Ball Z characters. Like there's even a big pink demon creature. It looks like Boo. It's so
Ooh,
dumb.
speaking of, since you bring that up, Dragon Ball Final Bout does not hold up today.
Oh yeah, the PlayStation
Yeah,
One
PlayStation
fighter.
1 fighter. Dragon Ball GT Final Bout It didn't hold up then, but I still enjoy playing it for some reason.
None of those held up well, dude. Like I used to play the Super Nintendo ones, the Japanese
Yeah.
ones, and I thought they were so good. And I went back and played them like a couple weeks ago. I was like, this is trash, but I kind of like it. I was like a raccoon just digging through the trash. This is awful for me, but I like
This
it.
thing is precious. I will take it with me.
I will raise it and name it after me.
I shall call you Junior. Not named after me, just Junior. The word Junior.
Just Junior. Toe ball number 1. Look it up.
Or don't.
Or no.
TOBAL.
Now, it's some games, again, I haven't played, which I would like to see where they hold up. And I loved it back then, but I doubt that it would hold up now because I haven't played it though. Tenchu, the ninja game.
Ooh,
Yes.
I doubt that.
The controls were
Yeah.
trash, but they're pretty awesome. The storytelling is
Yeah,
awesome.
I doubt they'll hold up today, but yeah, I loved it back then.
Man, control schemes in general, and controls have come a long
Yeah.
way.
How about
Yes,
the
they
second
have.
Tenchu had a map editor? Remember that?
Uh.
Like, you could legit create your own map.
What game was that?
Tenchu 2, the second one, had a map editor. So you could put like buildings and trees and ramps and stuff, and you can like put your guards down and have them walk certain paths.
I never did that
Cre-
because I hate buying a game I had to create my own game for. Like I don't want to give you my money to create my own game. I want to buy what you created for me to play.
Yeah, I mean, they had a great story mode too. I'm just saying, like they had a map editor that was actually pretty sweet.
I remember playing and beating it. I just don't remember doing that.
I remember in the second one, the one feature they added I thought was so cool was the fact that you could sheath your sword. He like flips the sword around, and sheaths it, and I was like, "Oh my god, innovation!"
I wish you could do that in Dark Souls.
You can't do that, can you?
No. It's when you're out of combat. You just put your sword on your back.
I thought it was like the coolest thing.
I thought that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
See like this giant great sword that makes no sense on your back.
What if you like put it in just like a side sheath, and it just turns into a little small broadsword?
You know what else would be really nice? Is if Donny went on to our third twat of the night and told us his God of War possible theories.
Okay. All right.
Spoiler: it's racist.
Exactly. If you didn't know, Kratos is white facing. Okay. This whole time he been white facing this whole time, and nobody said anything about it.
This whole time.
No, but me and this guy was talking about the game at work today, and I was like, I had brought up the whole thing of time travel, which to me nowadays time travel is a cop out storyline, because when you do time travel, you can pretty much do whatever it is, whether it makes sense or not, but it makes sense because it's time travel. So I was like, he brought up the whole time traveling thing in God of War 2, which Kratos go back and save himself from dying. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Here's a possible theory, since we all trying to figure out what is the new God of War is all about before the game comes out. I was like, what if Kratos that we know this whole time really did die at the end of 3, and the new Kratos that we seeing now is the one he went back and saved?
That would be really cool.
Like,
That would be an
That'd
insane
be like,
twist.
yeah, like what the heck twist? Like for real?
Because it's a popular thing in video games for some reason for there to be like, as soon as time travel's involved, then all of a sudden you have 2 story arcs. Now it's not just video games.
It's
I mean, it's
every
everything.
single thing with time travel.
Like X-Men,
The multiverse
you know,
theory.
like they're talking. Like there's a theory out that you had Logan was one timeline, and then they're gonna come out with another, like, I guess reboot. They're gonna reboot the movies because you know they're gonna reboot X-Men.
Well,
They
yeah,
got
that's
to.
why they came out. That's why they killed Logan in this one. Because he wasn't playing Wolverine anymore, so they had to bring Wolverine back some way.
Right.
Way to ruin it for me.
You've seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
joking.
my-
I haven't seen it, but I'm not upset about it. I
God,
figured
you
he
should watch
does.
it. It's really good.
It's not good. It's the worst Marvel. Yes,
What?
I said it. Worst Marvel.
All right, guys. We're ending Skype right now. Donnie's
Yeah.
leaving.
That just sucks, man.
Nah, I liked it. But okay, here's a good one. Zelda. You had the whole Ocarina and Majora's Mask timeline split, which caused that whole disaster of a timeline after, right? Which is, I don't know if it was actually officially created by Nintendo. It was kind of like fans created it. Nintendo was like, yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds good.
But
So
another.
yeah, I mean, I like that theory a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty like unique theory, but I would hate it so much if it was that theory, solely based on it being the multiverse thing, because that's like I don't want to see time travel, because to me time travel says you have no more ideas. That's what it tells me. You have no more ideas, so let's make a time travel multiverse just so we can just throw something out there, because it will make sense just because time travel. And I'm like, that sucks. Like, I know this is like derailing again, but Dragon Ball Super, Trunks is back. Future Trunks came back,
Yeah.
and it jacked up the freaking storyline yet again, worse than what Super is already doing, in my opinion.
My thing about that is, like, we already had Future Trunks come and go. Then we had a movie called The History of Trunks, which explained that whole, what happened. And now he's back.
You know why he's back? Because people moan and groan because, oh, GT's not good. It's not good. We want your old stuff back. So you get Future Trunks
And
again.
that's what I'm saying about. So I haven't seen all of them. I'm up to like episode 29, 28, and
Super?
Super. And right now I feel like everything in Super is just fan made stuff, and they're trying to appease all the fan made theories up until recently, and they're trying to fit all those fan made theories in Super, because they have the story is like, what the freaking heck? Why are you doing this? It doesn't really make sense. You're making it up as you go. That's what it seems like. It's like a replay.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Like a replay of GT. Super is GT all over again, in my opinion.
I'm just waiting for them to make Goku go Super Saiyan 4 again.
They just
obviously
got a new transformation, Super Saiyan Primal.
I know it does.
Goodness, what the freaking heck?
I haven't even seen that. Like, I was following some Facebook groups that kept spoiling stuff, so I stopped, and I started watching Japanese,
That's
subbed.
Sub.
God, I don't know why I was getting too mixed up. I started watching subbed, but I don't like the Japanese voice actor, so I was like, I'll just wait.
You get used to it.
So
I'm like 45 episodes deep. I'm used to it.
Well, going back to the God of War possible theory, like, I don't know what the heck is going on in this, and the guy also at work has said that could possibly be the multiverse Kratos that I just brought up. That could possibly be his son and not the other Kratos, because of who will be Kratos' mom. I mean, who would be Kratos' baby mama? Like, who is she? Like, because again, the son or the kid is able to wield, what is it? What the bow? I forget the name of the bow, but he's able to wield that bow, and he's able, for some reason, or it seems like he's able to speak to the creatures, because Kratos had asked him, like, what is he saying? And the kid has said, like, he wants blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, so that could possibly give her like another theory. Also, he said this could be a good theory too, that the story in this one could be that the Norse gods are after Kratos because they know about how he used to be in the Greek era. Like, they all this combined into one storyline. Like, they know the history of Kratos and they want to go after him before he comes after us. I like, that's a pretty decent story arc too.
yeah. I like that. That's pretty wild. So now, like, if it comes true, one, you're going to be angry, and two, you'll also be a genius.
I'd be a dogged genius. Like, I was like, I knew he died. I could tell he died. But yeah, I thought that was pretty.
I mean,
Go ahead.
The big gaping hole in his chest would kind of give it away.
Oh man. Yeah, yep. Yeah, now that you think of, now that you bring that up, yeah, that could be the actual multiverse Kratos, because the future Kratos did not have. Yes, he did. He did have the hole in his chest.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go,
Did he?
I don't know. I gotta go back and play it. Did the future Kratos have the hole in his chest? No, wait a minute. He couldn't have, because he had not been stabbed yet when he went back and saved him. But for some reason, he still had that hole in his chest. Now that I think about it, so why did he still have that hole in his chest from part 2 and 3? Because he went back and saved himself from being killed.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
We have stepped down on something here. We have found a major plot hole. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good theory to bring.
I like it.
It's
I
interesting.
like it a lot.
So I think that's about it.
That's it for me.
I have
Yeah.
no more theories for the twat.
No one does. No one understands the twat. This has been the Loot Bros Podcast, episode 8. We appreciate y'all so much for listening on YouTube and SoundCloud. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your friends about us. Tell your mom about us, especially. You can follow me on Twitter at
Get out.
PG Frosty. Not changing it. You can follow me on.
You had to sneak that in
You
there.
can follow me on PSN at MGS_Daniel25. You can follow Daryl
Still resident Daryl.
everywhere. You can follow T-Bird
T-Bird 803 everywhere.
everywhere. And you can follow Donny at
Yuntwis everywhere except the PlayStation Network. That is that DTN.
Now, what does that stand for? This ain't PG. You can say it here.
Spoilers. It's also racist.
That Donny type nigga.
Not cutting that out.
That
Appreciate
Donny
everyone
type.
listening.
Yeah, it's okay if he says it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay. Well, once again, we appreciate everyone listening. If you have any questions, you can email us at thelootbrospodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up on Twitter at the Loot Bros Podcast. You can go to our Facebook group, facebook.com. Go to the search bar, type in the Loot Bros Podcast. Join our group. We would greatly appreciate that. That'd be awesome. And we'll see you guys next week.
Holla holla.
Wait a minute, I didn't even patch my stuff in there. You
Oh,
guys
patch
gonna
it.
let me patch my stuff. You can catch me at whatever talk, Podomatic.com, iTunes, YouTube, or you can catch one of my mini spin-off shows, whatever talk gaming, whatever talk getting to myself, and whatever talk anime, and whatever top 5 still under construction, YouTube, Facebook, all that. Now we can holla 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 holla.
Now we can holla 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 holla.
See y'all next week. Thanks for listening.